on the Islamic front, it is important to understand. I did a chalkboard, and everybody, even those on the right, said he's a crazy conspiracy theorist, and it doesn't make any sense. I did a chalkboard, and I did it every night, and I said, the Islamists, communists, anarchists, socialists, revolutionaries will all work together to destabilize first Israel, then Europe, and then the rest of the world, and it will finally come to America. And everybody said their argument was that they don't get along. What are you talking about? Socialists and anarchists, socialists, communists, they want giant state. Anarchists want no state. Islamists, are you kidding me? They don't want the same thing. They want Sharia law. The communists don't want Sharia law. You're seeing them now. They're all working together. And what people don't understand is they're so arrogant. They all believe, I'm going to use these guys, just exactly like Chuck Schumer. I'll use these guys for a while, but I'll still be in control. And we'll take care of them when all is said and done. In 1979 in Iran, the Marxists and the Islamists worked together to overthrow the Shah of Iran. Well, who had the power? Well, the Marxists and the Islamists were supposed to share power. But soon as they had power, they killed these people. 30,000 people were jailed and killed by the Islamists. It's the same story. It happens over and over and over again. And there is an Islamist, different than Muslim, an Islamist movement. And they will tell you in their mosque on tape, they will say, the best thing they'll say is it's only a matter of time. Just look at the birth rates. You will be an Islamist country. Okay. That's the best. That's the most, the most docile thing they will say about taking over the West. Others will come right out and say it. And you're seeing it a lot over in Europe and in England, where they'll just come out and say, yeah, well, we now have control of many things and you will submit. And what you're having is all of these people working together for chaos, and everybody's building a little structure thinking it's going to fall into their hands in the end. Whose hands is it going to fall into? I don't know. The American Revolution is the only revolution in the history of the world that was ended by the exact same people who started it with the same principles. It's the only time. Every other time somebody starts it because they think they're going to get it, and then they're killed, and then somebody else is killed, and then they're killed. And then finally you get the really bad guy that takes over. That's the way most revolutions happen. And I think that's what's going to happen here if we're not awake and guard ourselves, our hearts, our minds, and our history. Remember who we are. Remember what you were taught was right from the beginning. Just remember the golden rules. Just remember, you're not supposed to hate your enemy. You're supposed to love your enemy. You are supposed to stand up for truth. You have a responsibility not to participate in lies, and that means just standing by and being quiet because you're going to lose something. Your children are going to lose their freedom. You don't understand how this America is a blip in human history. It's an anomaly in human history. Freedom like this has never, ever happened before. And if you want to live like China, great. In the end, if you don't wake up, it's going to be communist China or it's going to be Islam. I would like a third choice. I would like freedom. I'd like constitutional freedom. Nobody's fighting for that. America is the only hope. We just have to remember it.
Bill Maher said, and he's, listen, Bill Maher's a moderate, and he can say all of this stuff, and for some reason, people don't attack him for it, or very rarely. He referenced a Bernie AOC rally where one of the kids threw a Palestinian flag on the stage, and he goes, this is where the adults in the room stand up and say to these kids, oh, they covered an American flag. I'm sorry, that's what they did. They covered the American flag with the Palestinian flag. And they say, this is a symbol of freedom. And he, pops up the picture of the American flag. And he's like, this is not. And it's a woman in like a full burqa. All right, guys, if you like this clip and you want to watch the full episode, click here. And if you want more content like this, you can subscribe to the show by clicking